Good morning. How is everybody doing? We are running late this morning because we were busy doing something, so I am a few minutes late. But how is everybody doing? My name is Penny. If you're finding me for the first time, please like my page and share this video. I am passionate about young people, and I'm passionate about trying to educate people who are coming behind me. If I can teach you something, that would be nice. If I'm inspiring you, that is really good. And if I can teach something today that can bring peace to your home and your family, I'd really feel accomplished. So today I want to talk about a very sensitive topic, and I don't think I've spoken about this. This is the first time I'm talking about sexual abuse among our children, especially the girls. I was thinking before I thought to talk about this, I was thinking about the statistics amongst abused children. How many women sexually abuse young boys? The numbers are there, but they're like, it's a small number. I cannot give you the exact numbers, but there's a small number of women who sexually abuse small boys. But when we talk about adults, grown men abusing women, young girls, young adults, the number is so high. So there's something I have seen in the Kenyan community. I don't know about your community where you're watching me from. There's something I've noticed in the past 10 years, I have to say. Since divorce has been on the rise, and even in the American communities, they've been divorcing America, their divorce has been going on for over 50 years. Even we can put it over 100. And when we talk about Americans, we know cases where, I personally know cases where, or I've worked with people or men who are in jail for sexually assaulting young girls. Pedophiles, they like little girls. I know Kenyan men who are in jail who like young girls. Like they abuse children, like 9-year-old, 5-year-olds. This is like something. I know people don't believe that, but this is something. So the state of New Jersey has a facility for pedophiles, just pedophiles. They are locked in a jail. So when you read their binders, they just like children. So when you go there, you can't even wear anything that, has a child's photo, anything to do with children. So this disorder is there. I don't know how many people are aware that this disorder is there. So now, what I'm seeing with a lot of Kenyan families, first, I need to talk about the house parties. When we have the house parties, everybody is socializing, people are drinking. It's very common. That is the way of life for the past, let's say 29 years I've been here, or going to 30, that all we do is go to house parties and have a drink, and then, the weekend is over. But I have seen two parents, a husband and a wife with children, small kids, get drunk, literally drunk, and there's nothing you can do about it. It is like a painful thing. And when these two parents literally get drunk, the children are left on the couches, the children are being hugged by the uncles. I can't even begin to tell you what I've witnessed in the house parties. I worry about that because I'm knowledgeable about the sexual abuse that happens when people are drunk. And when you try to talk to these parents, you come out like you think you know. But right now, there's a lot of people that I know that are in jail, Kenyans, that have men that have abused little girls. And when we talk about sexual abuse, it's not only in the house parties. The next part is the babysitters. With COVID, the past maybe 4 years, I can tell you literally, I know Kenyan nurses, Kenyan especially women, who have left their children with babysitters to go get COVID money. Literally, they left those children and they are gone. They are somewhere in a different states. They are running upside down. They are just everywhere. But the children have been left under the care of a babysitter. And some of these children are girls. And these people, when you talk to them, when they are friends, they are people when you try to talk to them, these children are either with the father every other weekend, some are divorced, some are single moms, but they leave these children with the babysitters. And the babysitters are drinking. And you left your children, you've taken a contract in another state for an X amount of time, and you are not there to see your children. You're trusting somebody to watch your children when you're in another state making COVID money. They are priding themselves in doing all these projects, and you've left little girls or little boys with somebody. I don't know if any of you has read Don Lemon. He's a CNN anchor. I read his book, and that really, a long time ago, he wrote a book. Find that book and read the book. He was molested by his uncle, literally. He's a gay American, open gay American man. But in his book, because I loved Don Lemon so much, when he came out to say that he was a gay American, I was curious to really read his book. I read his book. He was molested by a family member. These are things we don't want to talk about. A boy, an uncle having sex with, right? Their nephew. Like literally. They either they could be high, they could be sober, but I've seen that. And then another thing I see, our community has started remarrying, not even remarrying, like dating. Somebody meets a man, a boyfriend, and they bring this man to their house. They bring this man, they are dating a boyfriend, they bring a boyfriend to their home. I can't even believe that you ladies, women, I'm speaking to you, because I started by telling you this issue is there. There are men, there are women who molest boys, but the number of men that molest girls is so high. You people are bringing men into your home that are not the fathers of your children, and you trust these men. The latest case off of Minnesota, in the Kenyan community, some of the cases are from Minnesota. The latest case, the woman put a camera in the house and she went to work. She felt like she was seeing things were not going right. This is a new man she had brought into her house. A new husband, actually. Only to find that this man was sleeping with his daughter from the other marriage. Women, what are you thinking? For me, because I came here when I was 19 years old. I do not allow my children to do sleepovers. That's a policy to me. My children are not doing a sleepover. Let the children grow. And there's an age I told my daughter, when you get to a certain age, you are not hugging Uncle so-and-so. And Uncle so-and-so is not your uncle. Uncle so-and-so is just a Kenyan in America. And Uncle so-and-so is probably from Makueni, probably from Nyamira, probably from nowhere. I don't even know these uncles we call uncles. We are put together as a Kenyan community. You don't know who's a pedophile. You don't know who's a molester, who has these traits. These are traits that are within people. So I don't trust anybody. My children are not doing a sleepover. And Uncle so-and-so, I don't want Uncle so-and-so to hug my daughter. And that includes relatives. Your sister's husband can molest your children. Your sister-in-law's husband can molest your children. Because that sister-in-law of yours, you don't know the husband. You don't know where your sister-in-law got her husband from. You don't know his background. It could be from Brazil. It could be from Mexico. You don't know that person to trust your little beautiful daughter to go and sleep at your sister's house. No, you don't know these people. I learned at a very young age, when I came here from school, the people I was going to school with, their first sexual encounters were from relatives where their mothers used to leave them to be babysat. Especially the African Americans are disadvantaged because they have to work. Most African Americans, when I came, that I knew, they came from single family homes. So their mothers had to go to work. That means they left them with Uncle so-and-so. Uncle so-and-so gets high. Uncle so-and-so gets drunk. In the process, Uncle so-and-so starts touching these little girls. You have to protect your children. And then the things I'm seeing, these women who are remarrying, some are remarrying young boys. I don't have an issue with marrying a young boy or trying to date a young man and you are so excited. Let me tell you, when God created Adam, that is my policy and that's my theory. I'm from Nyandochebere. I believe in that. God created Adam first. He put him in the Garden of Eden and then he went and brought Eve. So that is my take. My take is, A man has to be old enough, to mature enough to marry a woman who, a stable man. Not you women taking small boys and bringing small boys to your houses in the name of love. And you have daughters. Daughters who look like you. If you see my daughter, she looks like me. And I want you to know that some fathers who are perverts can look at their daughters, and it has been there. I grew up where I come from. There are fathers that were known in that area that used to sleep with their daughters, and it is not new. You all know it is not new. So you're out there making all this money, investing, and your children are left with a babysitter that you don't even know. You work double shifts. Your children are with a babysitter that is sexually abusing these children. Your relatives, where you leave your kids so you can go do your traveling nurse job, mothers and women, I'm speaking to you, is molesting your daughter, is touching your son. And remember, drugs and alcohol, listen, these things are not water. They can make a man's mind to do things. Even some women can rape young boys. It's alcohol, it's drugs. In New Jersey right now, weed is legal. So now, once you're high, once you're intoxicated, and you see a 12-year-old, now a 12-year-old is fully developed, these men are molesting your children. You need to pay attention to your children. Some of your children are going through depression. Some of your children are not sleeping well. Some of your children are acting rebellious. They don't want to go to a certain babysitter because they don't want to tell you that Uncle so-and-so is touching me. Some of your children are locking themselves in the bedroom. You don't even know. They don't want to tell you because they know you. If they tell you that Uncle Joy, Uncle Jane, Uncle James touched me, you're going to say, no, Uncle James can't do that. Some of these children, their self-esteem has been crushed because somebody touched them without you knowing that they have been touched. Ladies, I'm telling you, America, this country, the white Americans have aced this thing. They know once they have children, they have to watch their children until they are a certain age. Why? Because back in the day, they were thinking these behaviors, sexual abuse or pedophiles were white. But guess what? It is in your black community. It's in your Kenyan community. It's in your Liberian community. Pedophiles are pedophiles. Homosexuals are homosexuals. A man who likes another man is everywhere. It's not just in one community. So when the white Americans realized these things, they decided that they are going to live with less so they can take care of their children. I was speaking to a friend of mine this morning, and she told me that there is a lady that has a child that has autism, and she's decided to leave this child with a babysitter from home, an older woman who's visiting, and she has gone to another state to go work. This child, she was telling me, this child is 3, going to 4. How is this mama going to help your child do therapy? How is this parent, grandma, going to do the IEPs, the goals that you're set to teach your children? You have a special need child. You're going to take a job because you want to make money. You leave a grandma from Kenya. You leave a grandma from Africa to babysit your children so that way you can go make money, and your child has a developmental disability that needs to be given a good foundation or early intervention. But because COVID money is so good, you are NP, you are this, it's actually the nurses, because you know what, the jobs are so tempting. And you decide to abandon your children and you go. And then the rate at which Kenyan women, I'm talking about Kenyan women that I know, you meet a man, you literally bring a man to your house, to your children. You bring this man to your house without thinking what's going to happen to your children. That's all I needed to say. I just need to create awareness. Watch your children. Even if you're getting into a relationship, keep an eye on your children. Have a good day.